I'm Liyana Hassanel, and this is Nightline, the top stories. Government orders immediate pothole repairs after fatal accident. And Israeli airstrike kills top Hamas official in Gaza. The headlining story. An Israeli airstrike on the southern city of Khan Yunis in Gaza has killed top Hamas political leader Salah al-Bardawil on Sunday, bringing the death toll to at least 634 Palestinians since breaking the ceasefire deal last week. In a statement, Hamas said Bardawil, 66, had been praying along with his wife when an Israeli missile struck their tent. A father of 8, Bardawil was one of Hamas's most prominent political figures. Israeli officials had no immediate comment. Israel resumed heavy strikes on Gaza earlier this week, in effect ending the first phase of a ceasefire that lasted almost 2 months. It blamed Hamas for rejecting a new U.S. proposal to extend the truce. Hamas, however, accused Israel of abandoning the original deal. On another note, Gaza's health ministry on Sunday said more than 50,000 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza since Israel's war with Hamas began, marking a grim milestone for a war with no end in sight as Israel resumes fighting and warns of even tougher days ahead. The ministry reported 41 more deaths in the past 24 hours, bringing the toll to 50,021. Authorities in Gaza do not distinguish between civilians and Hamas fighters when reporting casualty figures, but the Health Ministry and the United Nations say the majority of deaths are women and children. And the true toll could be much higher, with many thousands believed to still be under the rubble. The death toll surged as Israel resumed its war with Hamas this week, ending a 2-month ceasefire in Gaza. Tuesday's renewed airstrikes made it one of the deadliest days for Palestinians since the war began, with more than 400 killed by Israeli fire. By Wednesday, Israel had also resumed its ground operation in the enclave. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim extended his heartfelt congratulations to Yang di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Ibrahim on Sunday, in conjunction with the official birthday of the Sultan of Johor. In a Facebook post, Anwar stated that he also prayed for the king, who is also the state's ruler, along with the entire royal family, to always be blessed with Allah's mercy and guidance, as well as good health, prosperity, and enduring sovereignty. Federal road concessionaires have been ordered to carry out temporary road patching within 24 hours of reports, while permanent repairs must be completed within 3 days. Works Minister Datuk Seri Alexander Nantalinggi said immediate repair orders have been issued for the damaged Felda Inas Bandar Tenggara Road in Johor, following the tragic accident last Friday, where 2 siblings lost their lives after their motorcycle skidded upon hitting a pothole. The appointed concessionaire is currently carrying out repair works at the affected site.
Oleh kerana aduan mengata ada banyak lagi lokasi-lokasi lain, saya terima baiklah maklum balas. Jadi yang berhormat adun pun mengadu supaya banyak lagi lokasi-lokasi di jalan itu yang memerlukan kerja-kerja pembaiki. Jadi saya suruh syarikat konsesi pergi lihat dan buat di mana lokasi yang lain.
Authorities will also continue to monitor repaired roads periodically to ensure safety. In the 7:15 a.m. incident, 17-year-old Nur Hazim Kamaruzaman and his 16-year-old brother, Nur Alif Ikwan, were killed when their motorcycle hit a pothole. Both victims died at the scene due to severe head and body injuries. Meanwhile, road users are urging authorities to take strict action against concessionaires that fail to maintain roads properly, including blacklisting irresponsible companies. They stress that the matter of road safety must not be taken lightly.
Memang kena pantau juga semua itu Sebabkan nak kena tahu juga kualiti jalan tu juga. Takkanlah kita cakap nak tampal, lepas tu esoknya berlubang balik. So kita rasa kerajaan kena pantau jugalah semua benda ni. Untuk tengok kualiti jalan, untuk kekal lama.
Musim hujan ni kan, lubang air dah bertakung, kita pun dah tak nampak abang ndaklah tu kan. So risiko kat situ lah untuk pengguna motor. Bila dah langgar tu, belakang ada kereta, dah isu lain lagi kan, boleh dah jatuh. So takut juga kat situ.
More than 10,000 residents in the Titiwangsa parliamentary constituency received festive aid to help ease their financial burden ahead of the upcoming Hari Raya celebrations. The assistance was distributed by Titiwangsa MP and Plantation and Commodities Minister, Datuk Sri Johari Abdul Ghani, through a program organised by Yayasan Benanusa.
Johari said that since March 18th, an estimated 10,200 residents in the constituency have benefited from the initiative. The annual program is open to all residents in Titiwangsa, regardless of income level or family background.
Ini adalah acara tahunan yang tiap-tiap tahun saya buat. Hari ini adalah hari yang keempat saya buat untuk melibatkan penduduk-penduduk di Parlimen Titiwangsa yang kita sama-sama jemput mereka datang dan saya memberi sumbangan kepada mereka.
At Sunday's event in Maluri, more than 4,000 recipients received aid to help with their Raya expenses. Previously, similar programs were held in Datuk Keramat, Kampung Baru and PPR Hiliran Ampang.
Alhamdulillah, masih tiap-tiap tahun daripada dulu sampai sekarang. Orang tak tinggal lah kita orang OKU. Walau macam mana pun orang akan cari kita. Makcik bersyukurlah dapat duit ni. Ya.
Dapatlah membantu ya. Semua boleh membantu je. Kalau kuih raya tak payah, dah ada. Hidup seorang. Kalau mak tak payah beli. Dah siap. Adik datang ni mencik hidangkan besok.
Sejak anak sekolah sampai sekarang, bantuan dia je yang dapat. Yang ni Alhamdulillah. Pakcik baru keluar hospital semalam. Dapat mesej. Ambil ni. Sejak anak-anak sibuk. Alhamdulillah. Terima kasih banyak Datuk Seri. Semoga Datuk Seri jadi wakil rakyat kami lagi ni. Itu saja. Hidup Datuk Jo.
The flood situation in Johor, Sarawak and Sabah has shown signs of improvement, with the number of affected individuals decreasing as floodwaters recede in some areas. As of Sunday night, 5,165 people were affected across the three states, compared to over 8,000 at midday. There are currently 4,243 flood victims in Johor, 451 in Sarawak, and 471 in Sabah. Early in the day, several areas in Johor had experienced flash floods. However, the overall trend indicates a gradual decline in the number of affected victims, with 5 districts still affected in the state. In Sarawak, 5 temporary evacuation centres are housing displaced individuals in Sibu and Kapit. As for Sabah, Beaufort remains the only district in the state affected by the floods, while the situation in Sipitang and Keningau has improved, with all evacuees allowed to return home. The Bukit Aman Traffic Investigation and Enforcement Department, JSPT, has deployed 6,957 personnel for Ops Selamat 24 in conjunction with this year's Hari Raya Aidilfitri holidays. Its director, Datuk Sri Muhammad Yusri Hasran Basri, said the operation will be in effect for 6 days from March 29th until April 3rd.
According to Yusri, the operation aims to reduce road accidents and fatalities while ensuring smooth traffic flow during the festive season. He added that 407 hotspot locations known for frequent traffic congestion and 76 black spot locations where accidents often occur have been identified nationwide. This includes federal roads, state roads, municipal roads, and other routes.
Terdapat 25 lokasi hotspot dan 46 lokasi black spot yang dikenalpasti di lebuh raya utama, di mana pemantauan dibuat secara berterusan bagi memberi bantuan kepada pengguna jalan raya sekiranya menghadapi masalah kerosakan kenderaan atau kecemasan yang memerlukan perhatian segera oleh JSPT.
Yusri also stated that the campaign would continue to follow the total enforcement and delivery services approach as in previous years, with the aim of educating road users to be more responsible through various measures. Aerial surveillance will also be conducted to ensure smooth traffic flow. An estimated 2.2 million vehicles are expected to use major highways nationwide during the Idul Fitri holiday season.
In Pahang, two elderly men, both students at a traditional Islamic school in Chenor, were killed when the car they were traveling in crashed into a tree in Maran on Sunday. The incident occurred at 1:20 p.m. on Jalan Jengka 23 near Bandar Pusat Jengka. It is believed that the vehicle driven by their 74-year-old teacher went out of control before it skidded on the right side of the road and hit a tree in an oil palm plantation. Firefighters had to use rescue tools to free two of the victims, who were pinned to their seats. 55-year-old Muhammad Rahinuddin Ibrahim died at the scene, while 73-year-old Abdul Aziz Othman succumbed to his injuries at Sultan Haji Ahmad Shah Hospital in Temerloh. The car driver, who sustained injuries, is receiving treatment at Jengka Hospital. The cause of the crash is being investigated under the Road Transport Act. A man suspected of being involved in an armed robbery at a jewelry store in a supermarket in Kota Damansara, Selangor on Saturday has been remanded for a week. The remand order, which began on Sunday, was issued against the 32-year-old suspect at the Petaling Jaya Magistrates Court to facilitate police investigations into the case. Selangor Police Chief Datuk Hussein Omar Khan stated that the suspect, a local, was arrested at 10:15 p.m. on the same day as the robbery in Bukit Beruntung, Hulu, Selangor. The arrest also led to the recovery of some of the stolen jewelry, along with a firearm believed to have been used in the crime. Police have also identified the suspect's accomplice, who is expected to turn himself in soon. In the 4:56 p.m. incident, the suspect, who was wearing a mask and armed with a pistol, fled in a getaway car waiting outside the supermarket with 7 trays of jewelry worth 2 million ringgit. 3 workers and a customer were in the shop during the robbery but were unharmed. The case is being investigated under Section 4 of the Firearms Increased Penalties Act. Police are hunting for a suspected cable thief who abandoned his car while fleeing from a patrol unit during a chase at Jalan Kuching, Kuala Lumpur, early Sunday morning. Sentul Police Chief Assistant Commissioner Ahmad Sukarno Muhammad Zahari said the incident, which went viral, took place at 3:45 a.m. In the incident, a police patrol car pursued the suspect's vehicle from Taman Rainbow, Sentul to Jalan Kuching. Upon reaching Jalan Kuching, the suspect stopped, abandoned his vehicle by the roadside, and fled the scene on foot. A check on the suspect's vehicle revealed tools used for cable theft. It was also found that the vehicle was registered under a car rental company. Those with information about the incident are urged to come forward and report to the nearest police station to assist in the investigation. In another case, one man was arrested while 3 other suspects in a cable theft case fled after being pursued by police for about 3 kilometers in Dungun in Terengganu Sunday morning. In the 6:50 a.m. incident, a police patrol car was damaged after being rammed by the 4-wheel drive vehicle carrying the suspects. During the incident, the pickup truck carrying the suspects suddenly made a U-turn and rammed into the front of the police patrol car during the chase. One suspect, in his 30s, was arrested at the scene, while the other 3 managed to escape into a nearby thicket. Dungun Police Chief Superintendent Maizura Abdul Kadir said police had earlier received a report that all 4 suspects were spotted stealing telecommunications cables in Kampung Batu 49. The vehicle used in the crime is believed to have been rented by the suspects. The arrested suspect has been remanded for 4 days until next Wednesday. He was also found to have a criminal and drug-related record. The case is being investigated under Section 379 of the Penal Code. As work demands evolve, women face increasing pressure, making workplace mental health an urgent concern. Without proper support and policy reforms, stress could have lasting effects on their well-being, productivity and career growth, underscoring the need for early intervention. Nightline's Muhammad Nadir Asfar has the report.
According to the 2025 Wellbeing at Work report, workplace stress remains a significant concern, with findings revealing a sharp decline in employee morale and mental well-being. The report also highlighted that female employees record lower well-being levels than male colleagues, reflecting deep-rooted inequalities in Malaysia's workplace culture. According to Women's Aid Organisation WAO Executive Director Nazrin Nizam, women are more vulnerable to stress as they juggle caregiving responsibilities for their families while also dealing with gender discrimination in the workplace.
Almost all women, they face this situation of double burden of professional roles and also the disproportionate responsibility that they have to take care of whether their children or elderly. This is what we call the unpaid care work. Also the gender discrimination in the workplace. Maybe because they are women, they are seen not suitable for certain role, so that will limit their promotion in the workplace.
Meanwhile, Mental Illness Awareness and Support Association, MIASA President Anita Abu Bakar believes that employers must take proactive measures to address stress and other mental health related issues before employees begin to show symptoms.
Could be like what we've seen during the pandemic. It could be working from home, right? It could be prolonged illness leave. It could look like compressed work weeks. And I think these are what could possibly be beneficial.
Play a greater role in the legislative process to ensure that existing laws effectively protect those in need.
Our representation within all these different groups are very important so that we can inform you on what are the possible things that can, enhance or improve these, mental health policies ataupun Mental Health Act, Person with Disabilities Act.
As workplace stress become increasingly prevalent, the need for stronger support systems and targeted intervention is more urgent, especially for women who are among those most affected. Addressing this issue now can help to improve well-being, create greater career opportunities, and foster a more inclusive workplace environment. I'm Muhammad Nadir Asfar for Nightline TV3.
To a 1-2 finish. Sports after this breather.
Fenomena alam seperti laut terbelah di kawasan Pulau Pangkor yang airnya surut jauh, kita rebut peluang jadi siput kijing emas ni.
Oh, dia pancuk bang.
Dia ada seni yang tersendiri. Tak semua orang boleh jejak kijing ni.
Base jam ada satu payung saja. Cuma bergantungkan satu payung. Untuk itu kita mesti melipat payung dengan betul.
Tujuan utama kita terjunan 24 jam. Justin punya idea. Saya rasa sangat bangga dengan pencapaian Justin dan saya punya tim.
10 hari terakhir, waktu terbaik untuk kita lebih dekat kepadanya. Sertai Ustaz Dr. Hadi, di mana setiap perbincangan membuka pintu pemahaman yang lebih mendalam tentang Ramadan.
Sekiranya kita meninggalkan Al-Quran, maka sudah pasti Allah juga akan meninggalkan kita.
Tanyalah Ustaz Gyari Muslim setiap hari 5.30 petang. Indahkan memori Ramadan di TV3.
Buat apa tu? Puasa yang yuk. Pagi-pagi dah buka periuk. Tahanlah sikit lapar tu, tapi kalau buka TV3 tak apa. Indahkan memori Ramadan bersama saya, Janani. Jaga hati, jaga mulut. Selamat berpuasa. Semoga bertahan sehingga Raya.
Indahkan memori Ramadan dengan Sembang Sahur.
Masya Allah, apa jam celik sebenarnya. Tiba-tiba dah sembang sahur kembali.
Pengisian menarik pengalaman Ramadan artis jemputan sebagai perkongsian bersama.
Mendekati dan berkongsi rezeki dalam segmen Singgah Sahur.
Orang yang terbaik itu adalah orang yang memberi manfaat.
Menu masakan ilham Chef Naim dalam Jom Masak.
Sembang Sahur.
Setiap Rabu dan Khamis jam 11 malam.
Hanya di TV3.
Sports Formula One, the 2025 Chinese Grand Prix. Australian Oscar Piastri secured a commanding victory on Sunday, leading McLaren to a 1-2 finish as teammate Lando Norris held off late pressure despite severe brake problems. The win at the Shanghai International Circuit marked a major milestone for Piastri, who maintained strong pace throughout the race, gradually building a gap from Norris, whose car developed critical brake issues in the closing laps. Norris, told by his race engineer to avoid unnecessary risks, managed to nurse the car home just 1.3 seconds ahead of Mercedes driver George Russell, who took third. Red Bull's Max Verstappen placed fourth, followed by Ferrari's Charles Leclerc in fifth and Lewis Hamilton in sixth. The duo, however, were disqualified after their cars failed post-race checks. Leclerc's car was found to be under the weight limit, while Hamilton's car was reported to stewards for excessive skid wear. McLaren's strong showing narrowed the championship gap, with Piastri now emerging as a serious contender. With this win, Piastri has thrown his name into serious championship contention as the 2025 Formula One season heats up. Turning to tennis, the 2025 Miami Open. Frances Tiafoe joined Alex de Minaur in the third round, while Indian Wells winner Jack Draper was shown the exit following a shocking defeat to unseeded Jakub Mensik. After an early exit in Indian Wells, Tiafoe moved back on track with an opening win. Playing in his 100th ATP Masters 1000 match, the American earned his 50th win at the prestigious level with a 7-5, 7-6 result against Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. While Tiafoe is now 6-0 in his opening matches this year, he has yet to record multiple wins at the same event. Tiafoe joined de Minaur, who advanced to third round after his 6-4, 6-4 victory against Buyun Chakata. Now 15-1 against players outside the top 30 this season, de Minaur is bidding to improve upon his fourth round Miami run last year, his best result in 5 previous appearances at the ATP Masters 1000. Earlier, Indian Wells winner Jack Draper's campaign in Miami was brought to a halt in the second round by Czech Republic Jakub Mensik, who defeated the Brit in straight sets to set up a round of 32 match against Russia's Roman Safulin. Mensik was at his best as he secured 7-6, 7-6 win. Turkish court jails Istanbul mayor pending trial. This and more from the Foreign Front when Nightline returns.
Jenayah berlaku di sekeliling kita.
Keluar.
Tiada siapa yang terkecuali daripada menjadi mangsa. Yang bersalah pasti menerima padah. Ramadan ini, 999 membantras jenayah. Setiap Selasa, 9 malam. Jenayah membawa padah. Indahkan memori Ramadan di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Kes yang selama ini kita dengar,
Dia bunuh anak kita. Campak pula tepi jalan.
kini dirungkai satu persatu.
Dia pujuk untuk kembali tidak diterima
Aku dah tak nak kau.
Daripada polis yang menyiasat,
Dia cuba nak larikan diri tapi terkena juga dia.
wartawan yang membongkar dan pakar forensik yang menganalisis. Fail Mahkamah ada jawapannya. Setiap Rabu 9 malam. Indahkan memori Ramadan di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
10 hari terakhir, waktu terbaik untuk kita lebih dekat kepadanya. Sertai Ustaz Dr. Hadi, di mana setiap perbincangan membuka pintu pemahaman yang lebih mendalam tentang Ramadan.
Sekiranya kita meninggalkan Al-Quran, maka sudah pasti Allah juga akan meninggalkan kita.
Tanyalah Ustaz Gyari Muslim setiap hari 5.30 petang. Indahkan memori Ramadan di TV3.
Kuih Korea, kuih sampan dan batang buruk antara kuih tradisi yang semakin dilupakan. Tetapi lagu-lagu raya lama tetap di hati. Masak lemak cili padi, pedas, kutuk daging pula manis. Seimbangkan pengambilan makanan, jangan terlampau pedas dan manis. Pil kuda, ketagihan generasi muda. Tangani sebelum terlambat. Waspada mercun, boleh bergembira tapi jangan sampai tercedera. Dan rancang perjalanan balik raya, biar lambat asalkan selamat. MHI Isnin hingga Jumaat dan stream juga melalui Tonton hanya di TV3.
The foreign news. Over a dozen international flights were cancelled in Bali as of Sunday after yet another eruption of Mount Lewatobi Laki-Laki on the Indonesian island. According to officials, the volcanic eruption had begun affecting airport operations from 8:45 a.m. local time. A total of 16 flights, 8 departing and 8 arriving, were impacted due to safety concerns since Friday. However, the airspace remained safe despite the eruption affecting airport operations. Airport authorities also conducted tests confirming no volcanic ash in the area. Passengers on affected flights were advised to contact their airlines for rescheduling, refunds, or rerouting options. A Turkish court on Sunday jailed the mayor of Istanbul pending his trial on corruption charges, hobbling a potential contender in Turkey's next presidential election and the top rival of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The court ordered that Ekrem İmamoğlu be jailed on accusations of corruption pending a trial. State prosecutors have accused him of leading a criminal organization and overseeing bribery, bid rigging, and other financial misdeeds. Prosecutors also accused him of supporting terrorism through his political coordination with a pro-Kurdish group during local elections last year. The court, however, has not yet ruled on whether he will be jailed for those accusations as well. Meanwhile, İmamoğlu has denied the accusations against him, which Erdogan's opponents have called a ploy to hinder a popular politician's presidential bid. İmamoğlu faces a slew of other court cases as well, including some that could temporarily bar him from politics. Canada's newly elected Prime Minister Mark Carney was expected to announce early elections on Sunday. Carney was expected to visit the Governor-General at 12 p.m. local time and later address the media. His request to dissolve Parliament will formally set the election process in motion. While the general elections were initially scheduled for October 20th, reports suggest that voting will take place on April 28th, giving him a 5-week window to rally public support. Carney is seeking for a strong mandate to navigate the economic challenges posed by U.S. President Donald Trump's tariff policies. He has yet to hold direct talks with Trump, but has maintained a measured tone, stating that he respects the U.S. President's approach to trade policies.
We agreed today to...
Indonesian activists on Sunday have called for press freedom to be protected and demanded an investigation after a magazine critical of the government was sent a pig's head and decapitated rats. The magazine, a top Indonesian publication, has published stories criticizing President Prabowo Subianto's policies in recent weeks. And cleaners at the office found a box of 6 rats with their heads cut off on Saturday. A pig's head without its ears was also found there on Thursday, intended for delivery to a reporter. Meanwhile, the head of the Asia program at the Committee to Protect Journalists said this was a dangerous and deliberate act of intimidation, while the Amnesty International Indonesia executive director stressed that an investigation must be opened. And that concludes Nightline this time around. Before we leave, let's take a look as dozens of revelers gathered at the United Kingdom's iconic Stonehenge to celebrate the spring solstice. With that, I'm Liyana Hassanel. Thank you for watching and be well, Malaysia.